Yeah, she really did say that.
Yeah, she really did say that after she just got done Gaddafi and then laughed about it.
We came, we saw, he died.
We saw, he died. The fact that any human being would ever do that. By the way he died, that's theory.
I don't know how anybody can look at that and say that there wasn't aggressive violations of the law. What they basically did is they would take something that supported the Hillary Clinton campaign talking point and they would overemphasize it and exaggerate it. They took anything that actually contradicted that narrative and they buried deep, and through that, they actually laundered Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign talking points through the American.
Joe Rogan and J.D. Vance didn't just talk about Hillary Clinton, they totally called her out. They pointed out all her mistakes, laughed at her fake acts, and broke down the perfect image she's been building forever. This wasn't just chit-chat. It was like a big, loud truth bomb that showed Hillary's career is more about staying famous than helping people, leaving her looking shaky and caught in the open.
Holy shit, Jamie, pull that video up.
What do you want our intelligence community doing? I want them to be catching bad guys. I want them to be making sure that terrorists aren't going to kill innocent American civilians. I don't want them laundering Hillary Clinton's campaign talking points into the American media and giving them this air of legitimacy. It is sick. It's disgusting. It hurt the intelligence community. It hurt the American people, and it hurt the first Trump administration. We've got to have consequences for it, or we're just going to...
Hillary Clinton has been through tons of drama, scandals, and big comebacks on TV. She still acts like she's the queen of politics. But Joe Rogan and J.D. Vance weren't here for it. This wasn't a party for her. It was like they grabbed her shiny mask and showed everyone the real stuff she's been hiding with fake smiles, practiced anger, and chasing chances to stay important.
If you watch the conversation between James Comey,
110 emails in 52 email chains determined by the owning agency contain classified information.
when James Comey testified about what he did and what they found with the Hillary Clinton emails, and then her version of it,
I did not email any classified material to anyone. There is no classified material.
she's just a straight liar.
Rogan jumped right in and spilled the tea. For years, Hillary's acted like she's untouchable, like rules don't apply to her. She talks about being honest, but sent secret emails from a computer that sounds like it was set up in a random closet. Even when people tried to make her look good, Rogan said her old mistakes still stink, like smoke in a messy hotel room.
Doesn't mean that Hillary would have been a good choice.
No.
either. She was a terrible choice. She's a corrupt politician, one of the most unlikable people that's ever run for office. They were trying to get people to be supporting her just because she's a woman. This is going to be her history. Women, ladies, I stand with her. So there's all these women that have this blind allegiance towards this career politician, completely foolish. She's been foolish forever.
Then J.D. Vance stepped up, not like some boring news guy, but like a kid who knows when someone's faking it. To him, Hillary wasn't just a former first lady or someone who lost at running for president twice. She's like the star of a club where big shot insiders never really fail. She didn't win the White House, but she got fancy speeches, charities, book deals, and party invites where everyone pretends she's still a big deal. Vance wasn't buying it. If losing pays this much, why even try to win?
So here we see J.D. Vance with Maria Bartiromo on Fox News Sunday.
I have to say, Maria, I laugh at the Democrats who are now all of a sudden so interested in the Epstein files. We know that Jeffrey Epstein had a lot of connections with left-wing politicians and left-wing billionaires, and now President Trump has demanded full transparency.
Rogan kept going, saying Hillary's best trick is dodging her own messes. From old scandals like Whitewater to Benghazi to her charity looking like a VIP list for global bigwigs, she's faced stuff that would end most politicians. But instead of going down, she treats every mess like a chance to meet more important people. Rogan said she's like a super smart animal that hunts for big speaking deals instead of food.
I don't like her. That was a lot of people's perspectives on Hillary Clinton.
I'm pretty sure everyone loved her. I'm pretty sure she
the
won.
most love.
She's cool. I just like I liked her. Who isn't?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders.
Okay, but did you vote for Bernie?
He wasn't available to vote for.
Did you vote in
I
the
didn't vote for in the primary.
primaries? Right.
Yeah. But I had him on my podcast. He was very sincere.
Okay, cool. I've had
think-
my mom on my podcast. Do you want to flex?
Vance didn't let her slide on how she acts either. He made fun of how Hillary tries to seem like a regular person while wearing clothes and giving speeches that cost more than a family's rent for a whole year. Every time she tries to seem normal, it's like a super rich person showing up to a picnic in a fancy hat, hoping nobody sees their expensive watch. It's like she's playing dress up, and Vance wasn't here for it. Together, they called out her fake, "I'm just like you" act. Rogan said she only does stuff like baking cookies, drinking beer, or dancing weird at rallies when she needs people to like her. But as soon as the cameras are off, she's back to talking to rich people and planning her next big moment. Rogan said only people who really want to believe her fall for it.
To try to silence him and shut him up. And then consider, just yesterday, one of the chief surrogates of Kamala Harris's campaign is Hillary Clinton. And you know what Hillary Clinton said yesterday? She said that misinformation should be met with criminal penalties. That we ought to throw people in jail and silence them if they say something that Hillary Clinton disagrees.
Vance switched it up and talked about how Hillary's a bigger problem. He said her whole career shows how the same old people keep popping up in politics, like a TV show that won't end. Every election, people say we need her smarts and experience, like new leaders can't handle things without her around. Vance was like, maybe the problem isn't that we don't have new leaders, it's that the old ones won't go away. Rogan called it fake, like an art she's perfected. Vance added fuel by saying Hillary's so good at the Washington game that even when she loses, she wins. Lose an election? No biggie. She gets a book deal, a movie, and a seat at every important meeting, acting like she might run again.
You're guilty of massive amounts of misinformation and disinformation as a part of a propaganda campaign.
Attorney General Pam Bondi has directed federal prosecutors to launch a grand jury investigation into members of the Obama administration over the 2016 Russia investigation.
A lot of them are guilty of it. Yeah. A lot of the people that were in that White House press conference, a lot of the organizations they work for, distributed absolute lies.
Total lies.
Tulsi Gabbard declassified documents that she says shows Obama administration officials manufactured intelligence to make it look like Russia interfered in the 2016 election.
How many of them during the whole Russiagate thing?
A lot of people think that the Russia thing was real.
Yeah.
Still. I mean, the whole Steele dossier where it was like completely concocted.
Funded by the Clinton campaign.
Correct.
They moved on to her 2016 campaign, the one that was supposed to be her big win. Rogan said she acted like she already had the job, super confident and lazy. Instead of getting people excited, it felt like she was selling something everyone had to buy. When she lost, it wasn't just a loss. It broke her whole, "I'm gonna win no matter what" story. Vance reminded everyone how she blamed everyone else after 2016. It wasn't her fault, she said. It was the news, other countries, the FBI, people not liking women, the voting system, or maybe even the stars. Rogan pointed out that for someone who talks about being open, her charity was super secretive, like a bank account hidden far away.
Oh, damn. Was he?
He's so like when I met
charming.
them, he is, and he's actually still kind of good looking. Like even for an older dude, yeah, why not? He's still so good looking, and she's just so miserable.
Well, she was publicly humiliated, and she thought that her big retribution would become president. Become president.
Sure.
And then that would be it. All water under the bridge. I'm a strong woman. I'm running this country. And then America was like...
Vance brought it back to regular people. He said the folks Hillary says she fights for don't have big charities with global buddies or secret ways to talk to powerful people. They've got bills, taxes, and jobs that don't pay tons of money for speeches. But Hillary still talks about their struggles like she gets it, even though her life is so different. Vance ended by asking, after all her years in politics, what's the big thing Hillary actually did? Not just the job she had, but what she really made happen. It's a question that just sits there, and the quiet afterwards says a lot.
And here's the thing. If you're willing, my friends, if you are willing to throw a person in jail because you disagree with what they say, then you're going to be willing to put a bullet in their head too. So the Democrats, I call on every leader in this country, not just tone down the rhetoric, but tone down the censorship. Let's have a debate with one another. That's what Americans do. Stop trying to silence people.
By the end, Rogan and Vance's big takedown made Hillary look less like a wise leader and more like someone who just keeps going, no matter what. Her career isn't about helping people. It's about staying in the game. She didn't look like a hero who got unlucky, but like someone who's always working the system and might never stop. Rogan kept going, saying there's a big gap between how important people see her and how regular folks do. To the bigwigs, she's a star with tons of powerful friends. But her promises are like old food nobody wants, just served up again and again.
And there's so many people from the left that think she has the best chance of beating Trump or whoever is on the right. They want her so bad. They're willing to exonerate her.
Right.
From so many different horrendous things. And one of the things I always point out, like, people want to talk progressive. You want to talk, being left-wing. And she didn't even believe in gay marriage until 2013.
The best part was she was on NPR, which is this far right fringe organization, right? NPR, Terry Gross. And Terry Gross says, you used to be against gay marriage. Your husband passed DOMA, which made it a federal law that gay marriage won't be recognized by the federal government. And you changed your position. Like, how did that happen? Was it because Americans became... And Hillary's like, well, America changed their point of view. She goes, no, I understand Americans changed their point of view. What was your mental process? And she goes, no, Terry, you're saying that I changed my mind.
They said you can change how she looks, update her words, or add new catchy phrases, but it's always the same old thing. More boring rules, more bragging, and acting like voters should be happy just to hear her. Rogan laughed at how bad she is online, like when she tries to post cool stuff, but it feels like a big company trying too hard to be fun. Every post seems fake, like a team of people checked it first. It's like she's a walking political ad. Even with all her big plans and perfect appearances, the country went a totally different way. Vance said it's super funny. The woman who tried to control everything ended up losing in the biggest way possible.
1,000 emails.
I provided all my emails that could possibly be work-related.
Several thousand work-related emails that were not among the group of 30,000 emails returned by Secretary Clinton.
When they rigged the DNC, they rigged the primaries so that Bernie Sanders was going to lose.
I thought using one device would be simpler.
She also used numerous mobile devices to send and to read email.
She had her people into the DNC way in advance. That Donna Brazile book about it is mine.
Rogan added more shade, saying Hillary's better at getting her haters excited than her fans. Every time she pops up in politics, more people get mad at her while her supporters get quieter, just a small group who miss the old days. She doesn't just divide people, she brings her enemies together more than her friends. Vance hit her one last time, saying she acts like the spotlight's always waiting for her. Rogan summed it up with a picture. Hillary's career is like an old computer program that keeps getting updates but never gets better. It looks fancier, the menus move around, but it still messes up. And you wonder why you're still using it when there are newer, better options out there.